At 18, I was at a crossroads. College was over, and I had to pick what to study at university. But I had no idea what I actually wanted. I mean, what do you expect? I had just spent the last few years memorizing math formulas, writing essays about books I barely read, and trying and failing to pass physics. And now, suddenly, I was supposed to make a life-defining decision? Sure, no pressure. The one thing I did know? Architecture seemed cool. I liked drawing. I was decent at math. And I'd always imagined myself designing something impressive, like a skyscraper, or at the very least, a decent-looking IKEA shelf. But there was a problem, actually two problems. One, I bombed my physics test, like spectacularly, which meant my score wasn't high enough to get into the free public university. Two, the only other option was a private university, and tuition prices were high enough to make my bank account cry. Now my family wasn't exactly rolling in money. My dad had been working abroad for years just to keep us going. He was on a 3-year rotation, 3 years gone, 1 year back, then gone again. Rinse and repeat. Growing up, he was basically an NPC in my life, showing up for a side quest before disappearing into the next cutscene. And I really didn't want that cycle to continue. I had a little sister and two younger brothers, and the last thing I wanted was for them to grow up the same way I did, watching our dad through pixelated video calls and waiting years for real hugs. So I made the smart decision. I'd study computer science instead. It was free. It was in my city. And most importantly, it wouldn't force my dad to work another decade abroad just to pay my tuition. Feeling proud of my mature and responsible decision, I called my dad to tell him the good news, and oh boy, did he explode. "Are you out of your mind?" he yelled. "Everything I've been doing, all the sacrifices, all the years I've spent away was so you could study and follow your dreams." And then, in a tone that left zero room for negotiation, he said, "You're studying architecture, no discussion." And just like that, my entire responsible adult plan was thrown out the window. At first, I resisted. I mean, did he not hear me when I explained the cost, the stress, the fact that I wasn't even sure I was good enough for it? But then I thought about it. My dad had spent years away from home, not so I could take the safe route, but so I could actually do something I loved. He was willing to sacrifice even more if it meant giving me a real shot at my passion. And how do you say no to that? So I studied architecture. It wasn't easy, it was expensive, but every time I wanted to quit, I remembered that phone call. The way my dad believed in me more than I believed in myself. And now? Now I get to design things for a living. I get to create. And more importantly, my dad is finally home. So, moral of the story? Sometimes following your dreams isn't just about you. Sometimes it's about the people who never stopped believing you could.